I am Silas and this is my tutorial on propaganda. My first topic is on Rat by Penelope Scott. Features the techniques are repetition, evoke emotion, addressing needs and values and attacking opponents. Repetition is shown by the following lyrics.
I loved you, I loved you, I loved you, it's true. I wanted to be you and do what you do. I lived here, I loved here, I thought it was true. I feel so stupid and so used. I feel so used.
Scott repeats these lines to show that she, and a lot of her generation, idolized people like Elon Musk. The use of past tense shows that her trust has been broken. Evoke emotion can be seen by the whole song having an air of empowerment. Rat addresses audience needs and values by denouncing corrupt people who have power with no fear. This can make some people feel powerful, even if there isn't much they can do. The final technique is attacking opponents. It's found mostly in the last part of the song.
So fuck your tunnels, fuck your cars, fuck your rockets, fuck your cars again. You promised you'd be Tesla, but you're just another Edison. Cause Tesla broke a patent, all you ever broke were hearts. I can't believe you tore humanity apart with the very same machines that could have been our brand new start.
Self-explanatory. Scott is attacking her opponent. A small bit of trivia about this song is that it used to be called Elongated Muskrat, before being changed and shortened to just Rat.
My hero.
The next example I have is of the anime/manga My Hero Academia. MHA shows examples of design and repetition. Throughout the show, the idea of trying your best and going beyond your limits is repeated over and over. It is a common theme in the anime, to the point where it's the whole reason the storyline exists. This is helpful propaganda because it may push the reader to try harder, or go plus ultra. The characters are well designed and recognizable, which may draw new people in, or make older fans return to the media. My next topic is on Ultrakill, the Steam game. Ultrakill often uses bold effects to emphasize big moments in gameplay such as parrying. It also uses a style meter, instead of ammo, to push the player to be more skill-based instead of resource-based. Ultrakill references themes of Christianity throughout the whole game, with the game taking place in the layers of hell. There are angels, devils, God is nowhere to be found, and figures from mythology are present. This includes Minos, Cerberus, Minotaur, Sisyphus, and the angel Gabriel. In the Abrahamic religions, Gabriel is an archangel with the power to announce God's will to mankind. This checks out.
Machine, turn back now. The layers of this palace are not for your kind. Turn back, or you will be crossing the will of God. Your choice is made. As the righteous hand of the Father, I shall rend you apart, and you will become inanimate once more.
The lore and in-game text of the game can make players feel excited. The world is your canvas, so take up your brush and paint the world red. Angry.
Gabriel, the brightest of the angels, was sent to kill Minos. The king, rather than fight back, tried to reason with him, but Gabriel mercilessly struck him down without listening. As Minos' will was strong enough to attempt to stand up to heaven's rule, the angels chose to imprison his soul in an attempt to stop it from forming into a prime soul and appointed Gabriel as the new judge of hell. From the prison inside his own body, Minos helplessly watched as his soulless corpse, now controlled by parasites, tore apart everything he had worked so hard to build, cursing his own weakness for failing to protect his people, vowing to take revenge.
Or it can make players feel happy.
Can you write in it that I say thank you to gay people?
Additionally, the in-game lore can be quite unnerving at times. From the Gutterman terminal entry, researchers had not yet found a way to keep blood inside the machine fresh, so a live fuel source was strapped inside, kept alive by minimal life support, before the Guttermen were welded shut. Although publicly these fuel sources were claimed to be volunteer patriots, most were deserters, battle-fatigued returnees or prisoners of war. Forces from far beyond took notice of the cruelty man was capable of, and the suffering of these human blood supplies served as an inspiration for the creation of mannequins. Up next is Rain World, also a Steam game. Without getting too into it, its gimmick is the presence of a cycle, which is explained in this in-game lore. Read by the character looks to the moon. She says the following. Its entire memory is filled with a mantra repeated 5,061 times and then a termination verse. It was worn as an amulet, probably together with many identical others forming a pattern on some garment. The repeating mantra is important because it symbolizes the cyclical nature of life and death, and the termination verse is a symbol for ascension above and beyond it. I don't know how familiar you are with the nature of life and death, but I imagine like all living creatures you have some intuitive knowledge. Then you know that death isn't the end. Birth and death are connected to each other like a ring. Some say a spiral. Some say a spiral that in turn forms a ring. Some ramble in agonizing longevity, but the basis is agreed upon. Like sleep, like death, you wake up again whether you want to or not. This is true for all living things, but some actually break the cycle. That doesn't apply to you or me though. You are too entangled in your animal struggles, and for me not breaking that cycle is an integral part of the design. Our mantras keep repeating. In summary, when you die in the game, it isn't just game over and start again from your last checkpoint because it never happened. It's game over and start again from the last checkpoint, the next day. The theme of life and death is repeated throughout the entire timeline of the game. I would explain, but it would make this video about 5 minutes longer. So here's a video break to hopefully convey the basics.
Dude, how do you feel?
Monkey!
My last example is on Zootopia, a movie released on March 4, 2016. Disney uses animals with human characteristics, mimicking our world and lives in the raxism. In this movie the main characters are represented as a fox and a rabbit. Foxes are portrayed as untrustworthy, mean, thievish, or criminal, while rabbits are portrayed as cowardly, meek, cute, weak, and rural. This gives a relatable underdog storyline that makes the viewer want to watch the characters succeed. Another effect of the stereotyping the leads endure is making a strong parallel to real-world racism. Women who might want to join the police force might be denied simply for being women, while minorities with negative stigma attached might be singled out and discriminated against. In short, Zootopia is very anti-racism and promotes the breaking of stereotypes. It heavily uses role reversal, as seen above, but also with the main villains. The villains are sheep, seen as truthful and kind, while the lion is cowardly and covers the drug plot off. The front desk officer, a cheetah, is unfit and loves donuts. Chafe being a water buffalo is very accurate though. The black jaguar is portrayed as a victim of an assault, instead of the instigator despite being large and intimidating. As said before, this movie wants to fight against racism, and the allegory of wild animals works well in this way. In conclusion, propaganda can be found everywhere, but not all of it is harmful. I have been Silas, and thank you for watching. I'd like to thank my friends for keeping me motivated and encouraging me, my mom for giving me ideas for my script, and my tutor for taking time out of her day to get the ball rolling by organizing my ideas with me. I couldn't have done it without them.